Let me ask you this. Are you a stud if you've ever been penetrated?
No.
So you can never have been penetrated by a penis?
And not if you want to be a full-blown stud, no. Well, in my opinion,
really
maybe you should ask a stud. I don't know.
No, so I did. I was doing a podcast with a girl named Hellcat the other day.
I need to host a podcast of all studs.
I love
Please
it.
let me do that.
Well, because we're experiencing a stud resurgence with the Drewski show.
Oh my God.
Look at Drewski, like, is not trying to studs, but he did a whole reality show with hella studs just because he knows that the studs are
Please let me and Drewski
comedic entertainment. You and Drewski together would be crazy.
That is comedy right there. That needs to be really on HBO.
I know. I'm just saying though, like she started saying in the middle of the podcast, Hellcat, that, and she's like a gangster stud. You know,
she said Hellcat.
Her name is Hellcat, but she's like a gangster stud. Like she's tough.
But she
dresses like a dude. No, she's never been fucked. Oh. And when I asked her, I said, "Have you ever experienced an orgasm via clitoral stimulation?" And she started to answer it, and then she's like, "You know what? You, Adam, I ain't answering that." So I kind of realized, like, oh, okay, that's. I almost got her. Like I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
Is talking about sex like off limits
with a stud?
Yeah. Some of them are like that though. They get really like, you know?
Or is it making her too female to talk about her
That's
clitoris?
it, yeah. She just doesn't want to be treated like a female in any way. Like I can notice that Hellcat gets, as like the alpha stud, she gets annoyed when like she has like the homies around and like someone just gives her a hug, like like a girl hug. Nah, she wants like a what up, my dude? Yeah, how you living? Call each other.
This is good for me to know because I don't want to treat anyone in ways they don't want to be treated.
Okay.
So I won't hug her if I see her.
I mean, I don't know if all studs are like that.
She might like if you hug her.
Yeah.
But you
No, I've seen it on her face, like because I gave her like a girl hug before, and I've seen it on her face that she's like, bruh, chill. What the is wrong with you? You know, that's just like she don't want to be viewed that way. Anyway, so how do you view? So okay, he gets out. Was there any communication in the lead up to him getting out, or are you guys still just kind of on ice? I'm so glad
we're talking about this because everyone thinks I'm crazy. Okay. So before he got out, there was no communication between me and him. Okay. Since like July, he gets out in November, right? He gets out in November, I think. Beginning of November. We don't talk since July, and I did reach out to him several times on the app, the little jail app that you message him on. I did reach out only because I was like, hey, you didn't call Journey on her birthday. Like, you good? Are we like, what's the issue? Like, there should be no issue between me and you that you don't call her. You get what I'm saying? That was my problem. And I reached out. There was no response. I sent pictures. There was no response. I was like, okay, well, maybe he's mad about something. I don't know. And to be honest, I don't care. I did my part. So. And
you got to be pretty mad to not talk to your baby mama in jail because like jail's got to be so boring.
And like, I genuinely didn't do anything to him. Yeah. Like, you know, like, so I just didn't do anything to him. So I was just like, weird. Okay. Don't talk to me then. And then leading up to his mom was in communication with him about like the whole link up after, like when he gets out, like, what are we going to do? And I was just kind of like, I don't know if it's my place anymore to go. You know what I mean? And I just didn't feel like it was. I wanted the kids to be there though. He was communicating to his mom that he wanted all his kids to be there and that the baby mamas wouldn't be a part of it. Okay. So I was completely fine with that because I was like, cool, I don't have to deal with him or the troll. You know what I mean? Like, let the kids go do whatever, and that's fine. And I let that happen. The kids go see their dad, and I guess they end up at the house and before they go to the arcade, and the bitch pops up. At this point, I don't know that the bitch is there at the house. Because all I would have wanted was, like, the respect to be like, hey, so-and-so is going to be here if you want to be here. Because they all know I don't want her around my kids if I'm not present. Right. Because clearly she's, like, a liability.
But what do you think that she would actually do to the
I don't
kids?
trust her. The way she talks ill about my kids, about Blue, about her own kid, like, I don't know, like, are you going to put bleach in their food? Are you going to put glass in their food? Are you going to not, if Journey runs out the house and maybe she's in the driveway, are you not going to watch her across the street? Like, you know, it's shit like that. Like, she seems like the type that would let something accidentally happen to my kid. And I just would rather, if she's going to be present, I want to be present around my children. Yeah. Because to be honest, I would respect the fact if I was around somebody that I hated and they wanted to be around their kid, no problem. You get me? Because I just wasn't comfortable with it.
Like, I understand that you are living in a world that is quite disconnected from the real world, but over here in the real world, if we were split up, the amount of scrutiny that you would be putting on any girl that would ever be around our kid would be so, like, Chrisean would not even get in the door to have the interview about being around my kid ever. And a girl that is literally 10 times more qualified than Chrisean also probably would not make it through.
Because, like, I'm worried about, like, oh, would this person cuss around my kid or say something that I wouldn't want?
But your role components as a mom.
She's going to walk in with a blunt hanging out her mouth, saying the F word.
So you're worried about actual, like, she's like, I'm
actually concerned about the safety of my kids when she is around. Yes, I am because you can't, if I'm not there, and just because the bitch is like, she literally, and it's not like I'm saying anything that's not, anybody doesn't know. Something is clearly wrong with her.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't want you around my kids, period. And I've made that clear to everybody involved. She knows it, he knows it, the mom knows it. And it's not up for debate. But if it would have just been told to me that, oh, she's going to be there with her kid, I would have been like, okay, then I'll be there with my kids.
Yeah.
As long as it's on my watch.
You deserve to know that.
I deserve to know that. So me finding out because the bitch went live with my kids, you put my kids more on live than you've ever put your own kid on live. So I'm confused about that.
Yeah.
Why is that? So I didn't like that. So yeah, I did say I was going to pull up, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do when I pulled up and I got my kids. The play date is over.
Okay.
Because I said so.
Yeah.
So.
And it got a little explosive.
She wanted to. She goes in and out her personalities where she wants to fight and then she wants to be cool and she wants to fight. I didn't pull up to fight in front of my kids. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, I pulled up to get my kids from a situation that I didn't want them in.
Right.
And I didn't think was
And how does that play out with your kids? Because do you look like the bad mom because you're taking them away from like a fun scenario?
I talked to Javon and I told him, and he understood, and he basically was like, I didn't talk to her. I don't like her type thing. And so I was just like, okay. But it's not about him liking her. It's not about him liking anybody. It's just about the fact, like, I didn't want him to think that I was just like the big bad wolf or something. Like,
because obviously he wants to be around his dad, and if they're going to an arcade, it's like fun.
Yeah, and I didn't want that was one of my concerns, but he understood.
That's good.
Yeah, and so then we went bowling after, and it wasn't like, oh, I just don't want you to have fun with your dad type of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I did what I was supposed to do.
But I mean, there's like a thing where when your ex starts dating somebody new, you don't really want to tell your kids that this person is f***ed up because you don't necessarily want to be the one like painting their childhood memories as being like negative. But in order to protect your kids, you probably have to tell them something about like, hey, this is not really a normal person.
I told him that it was a situation that I didn't feel like they needed to be in.
Right.
And he understood that. And he's like, I know. So, and I think that Javon is like my soft-hearted kid because he was old enough to see like what I actually went through while he was gone. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of shit behind closed doors that goes on that people don't see. But that's my soft-hearted child. Like, he knows. He knew in that moment. Like, he wasn't mad that he had to leave. He wasn't upset. He didn't even ask. But I told him, like, because I wanted him to know, like, it wasn't because I just didn't want you to be there type of thing,
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Damn.
Okay. So that was your sole encounter with this circus during that encounter, or like, where is it? Has there been more collisions since then?
Collision, no. I have after that, like, I would say like a week later, he reached out and he wanted to see the kids, but he reached out through his mom.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, that's fine. We all linked up at the mom's house. At first it was kind of little conversation. We didn't really speak about anything. And then after a while he's like, hey, you want to smoke? Like, type shit. Like, and I'm like, okay.
Everything 420 really is that one-stop shop. Whether you're looking for your go-to gear or something new and unexpected, they got options for days, and they're always dropping mystery boxes and deals. The E420 app is clean, shipping is quick, and they literally have everything. Don't forget to use code NOJUMPER at checkout.